RPM tachometer. This is your temperature gauge. You have your oil gauge, which lets you know the oil pressure. Of course, it lets you know if your engine's running hot. This is your voltage gauge. This is your information center. It tells you if you have engine codes or any type of braking codes or any codes of such. Then you have your fuel gauge. Obviously let you know how much fuel you got. This is the miles per hour. Then what I like about this truck, which I don't see a lot of Freightliners having, some do have it if you get it customized, but I'm not sure if this is like a default feature on this Kenworth. But this is the brake pressure gauge. You see how I'm pushing on the brake? So as I'm pushing on the brake, it's reading how much foot-pound of pressure that I'm putting on the brake pedal, the service brake. So this is your air chambers, and on this looks like they incorporated both chambers into one gauge. So don't get me, matter of fact, it says it right here because I didn't know for sure, but I'm believing that the red is your primary tank and the second one is your secondary tank. Now, as far as secondary tank, the secondary tank is your trailer air tank, and then the primary tank is your tractor's tank. Because obviously when you have truck and trailer, which is part of combinations, you have its own set of tanks that runs the braking system on the trailer, and then you have your own set of air tank which runs the braking system on your tractor, which is the truck. So this is your depth gauge right here. For people that never drove a truck, you know, not only do you have to get fuel, you have to also get DEF depth too. Depth is like a clear fluid. They say that is, I'm not sure if it's true, but they say that it's pig urine, and it's pig urine that they're using to put in the second little tank. Like the tank is smaller as far as like nozzle wise than a fuel tank, so you can't make a mistake and put diesel fuel into your depth tank. They made it like that because you got so many wild drivers that would do something as stupid as put diesel fuel in your depth tank, so they made it simple in that aspect. So the whole purpose of DEF is supposed to be to have a cleaner exhaust system. They say when the pig urine mixes with the combustion, like the smoke that comes through the exhaust, it's supposed to make it clear smoke to where it's not polluting the environment. So that's supposed to be the quote-unquote whole reason for this DEF thing, but I really just think it's a bunch of money, because every time you turn around, people that got trucks, is always a DEF problem that causes so much money it's not even funny. And I like this too. Like when I had Joint Prime, my Freightliner had this as well. And this is a weight reader. So let's just say I had hooked up to my trailer, right? And it was loaded. Even if it ain't loaded, it's gonna read how much weight is on that trailer. Now, this one, I'm not too sure, because I know some wild old people can run overweight stuff if they had overweight permits and all that stuff, but I'm guessing it goes by the tenths. So 50 might mean 50,000, 100 might mean 100. I don't know. Don't get me lying. I'm not sure, because it say PSI, but if people knew how to read that, that's a way to read your weights on your load. Now here, like usually on Freightliners, this is your utility light. Like on the back of the truck, you have a light so that you can see when you're hooking up glad hands and your electrical lines and stuff. But usually on Freightliners, it's over here. But here is on the left side, like near where you got your wiper blades, you know, your wiper blade thing right here. And then here, oh, this dims down the dash. So this is your foot light. I'm guessing this is to check your lights. If you say you don't have a second person, but you want to check your brake lights, like do a light test. I believe that's what this is. Now obviously this is your ignition. This is your wiper blades. This is your wiper blades. Backwards turns it off. Forward turns it on. And this is also where you do like to put this thing on high beams, you have to pull up. So when you pull up, high beams are on. When you push down, high beams are off. So when you push down, it actually makes your lights go off. So let's just say you want to blink your lights at oncoming traffic. You just do this and it'll make your lights blink. And here, I never knew what this thing is. So if anybody knows, please let me know. Don't know what this is. This button right here controls your computer. So you push on it to get it to react. and then you twist it to get it to go to different options. All right, so we have your engine brake. So when you push it this way, it actually turns the engine brake on. Like on Freightliners, it normally be right here, but here you have to push the button. And you also, I'm sorry, this is not the engine. I don't know, is this the engine brake? Does this thing have 2 engine brake? But no, this not. This is the engine brake right here. This is the engine brake, and these are the different levels. Obviously, the smaller dot is the weaker portion. The middle dot, not as strong. Bigger dot, cool. So this is your engine brake, which helps slow the truck down. You're driving an 80,000-pound vehicle, so you need a secondary braking system to help slow all that weight down, especially when you go down a decline. This is your cruise control. Pushing it down turns it off. Pushing it up turns it on. If you push up to set, it will actually set it at the current speed you are. Let's just say you was going 65 miles per hour and you didn't want to set it while you was at 55. You want to go straight back to 65 miles per hour. You'll push resume, and resume will actually put you back at that 65 miles an hour that you had. I'm not too sure, but I want to say that this is, matter of fact, yeah, this is your regen. So trucks always with a depth system, always going to regen, and a regen is pretty much when, I think it's your particulate filter gets clogged. So when you push this button, it's some way that it is filtering out all the clogged particles in that system to get it out, so that way it won't be clogged going down the road. Not too sure what this is. Not too sure what this looks like. This is your tire sensor. So, or traction control maybe. But TC normally stands for matter of fact, traction control. So I'm guessing you can control this, control your traction control, which helps you ride better in the rain. Now, I helped the guy with this morning. He must be used to driving Freightliners too, because I almost got confused when I got in here, since it's my first time driving. But he didn't know where the button is to dump your airbags. Now, airbags is bags on the back of this rig, and it's what controls the up and down of your fifth wheel. And sometimes you have to drop your airbags to get under low trailers, or every time you disconnect from a trailer, you want to drop your airbag before you just pull out, so that you don't snatch airbags. So this is your low end airbags. This is to lock your differential up. Let's just say you get stuck in mud, or you get stuck. You lock your differentials up, helps you get unstuck. If you want to slide your fifth wheel, this is the button to slide your fifth wheel. For the most part, you should never have to slide a fifth wheel, but in certain situations, especially when you got to adjust weight, you never know. Now, a lot of these automatic trucks, well, mainly Freightliners, will have the drive and reverse on the column. But here on this KW, this T680, they have a regular shifter, just like in your car, which you got reverse, neutral, drive, and manual if you want to go manual, low gear if you want to try to get out, go up a hill, or get out, really inclines, help you to climb, like torque, give you torque. And then you have your emergency brake, and you have your service brake. So when you're not hooked up to a trailer, this button, which is your emergency brake, should be pulled out at all times. Only thing you'll use when you bobtailing, meaning you're not hooked up to a trailer. Only one that'll be pushed in when you bobtailing will be your service brake, because you're not hooked up to a trailer. So, of course, you got your little fancy radio. You got your Pioneer fancy radio. It's got Bluetooth, USB. You can even set alarms through here. You can listen to the radio. You can listen to like all types of, what is it? It's a subscription that you can have where you can listen, get music subscriptions. But up here, you have your hazard lights. You have your headlights. See, usually on the Freightliners, I think the headlight thing is right here. But for KW, your headlights is right here. And these are your marker lights. And of course, this is your dome lights. This is your dome lights. Then you got, of course, your Qualcomm, whatever system that you might have in your truck, but it varies from company to company. You got your sensors over here. This sensor to let you know if somebody's on the side of you, so you don't make a mistake and try to change lanes in your blind spot. Then, of course, you got your lock door, you can lock them. And on these trucks, you can't just get out and lock the door. Well, with the door open, you can do it from the inside, but when you get out, you can't just lock it. Only your key locks it. This is your up and down for both windows. This is for like the right side of your mirror, so that this knob right here controls the operations of the mirror. And this truck actually has window heaters. So let's just say you're in a bad snowstorm or it's really, really cold. You can turn this on and this will defrost your mirrors. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. It's the same controls on the same side, on the passenger side for your door. Then of course you got your vents, glove box, cup holders, brake pedal, acceleration pedal. And then on here, like to go forward with the seat, I think there is an option. I'm still not fully sure how to work these seats. So I think there's a handle on the seat to where you can go back and forth for the handle. And of course you got your handle so you can help your arm. Some people might ride like this while driving. And then also to the air horn. The air horn is right here. This is your air horn. Like on Freightliners is right here. But on these Kenworth, right here. So this is where your CB would go. You got your lights over there. You got your curtains. Well, that's pretty much the basic of what I know so far on these trucks, like where stuff is at. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As they say, please don't forget to like and subscribe, honey, because a sister be needing them subscribers and I be needing them likes. And actually, if you want to dislike it, go ahead and be a hater. You know, that helps the video out too. So whether you like it, dislike it, it's interaction with the video. So thank you either way. So you know what, I love all my supporters, but you know what, sister love her haters too. Gotta get some attention some type of way, right? All right, y'all. Deuces. Oh shoot, my man like, come to bed, baby, and come lay on this big masculine chest you call pink teddy bear chest. I'm like, oh shoot, all right, big papa, big mama about to come and lay on that big teddy bear chest. This is my baby. This is my baby right here. This man treat me better than any man I've ever had in my life, y'all. He's on the pink team, as you see. He is on the pink team. This is my new man. So I think his name is Pinkster. So he trying to be like me, because you know my name Pinky, but his name Pinkster. Like he chilling. He like, yeah, get back over here and lay on my chest. So I'm laying on your chest, baby. Laying on your chest. Eh.